From the Siskiyou News, I'm Erica Soderstrom.
I'm Caroline Cabral.
And I'm Orlando Reyes.
This is The Beak.
Erica spoke with members of SOU's Black Student Union, or BSU, to learn more about the union's past events, future plans, and Black History Month.
Hey, okay. Yo, give me a second. I just didn't know.
You're going to wait until it's last minute.
So can you just go around and say your name and your position at the BSU?
Sure, my name is Matthew East, and I don't have a position, but I have a task that I am in charge of, which is the accounting.
My name is Michael Miller, and I am assisting with the marketing and the outreach of BSU.
And so what are some of the events that the BSU has put on this term?
So far this term, the BSU has put on some really cool events. We've had events such as a soul food dinner, which was a huge hit amongst the students and the residents of Ashland in general. And we've also had a panel which touched on the microaggressions and racism in which people of color, specifically Black people, face on a regular basis. And we just broke it down.
Yeah, we've done panels. We've had raffles at those panels, and we've also done another panel that highlighted the Netflix movie Dear White People and the problems that people of color face on college campuses and things of that such throughout our country.
And the microaggressions panel, can you both speak on that and how that went overall? What were some major takeaways, and was it considered a success?
I definitely would say that the panel on microaggression was a success. We had about 70 people show up, which was really cool. And there was a very diverse crowd, not to say cultural diversity, but to say diversity in age, which let me know that takeaways would be made from all age ranges, all age groups. And so nobody will really be able to leave that panel ignorant, regardless of how old or how young they were. But some things that we touched on were just little microaggressions, such as letting people know that when they say things such as, wow, you're so well-spoken, what do you mean by I'm so well-spoken? What else would you expect from a young man growing up in the 21st century who's in college? Would you say that to my Caucasian friend over here? No, you didn't say that to them, even though they're right next to me and we're both speaking to you. You only said that to me because you don't expect me as a Black man to be well-spoken. So things such as that are considered microaggressions, and so we touched on those.
I wasn't on the panel, but as being in the audience, in the crowd, it was very diverse, and I feel like people actually were paying attention and learning and getting a better knowledge of the different microaggressions and how it comes off. And some people asked great questions at the end and wanted to better their knowledge. If we missed some things, they were real attentive on finding out how to, bring a change and help our community, like build a bridge, as you could say. And I feel like it was a very positive event, and we're actually in talks of having another one in the spring for those who didn't attend or weren't able to attend at that time.
Can you both speak to the Dear White People event? Was that a housing event?
Yes, that was a housing event put on by one of the leaders in the housing community, and we just built a collaboration. They showed the movie, and we were there to basically break down how we felt about it. And as the crowd was pretty low, but I don't think we told people ahead of time in advance, and so that's why we're looking to do another one and bring both those communities together. It was a success nonetheless. People who did show up really were attentive and asked a lot of questions and gave personal accounts to what they've been through on a college campus and what they've seen in classrooms from professors, from other students and stuff like that. So I think it was very successful, and we actually got some pretty cool shirts from it as well at the end, so it was an overall success.
So can you both speak to some of the events you have planned for the future?
Yes, so So we have a couple of things coming up for this year, and we've actually even gone as far as starting to plan for things for the next year for the upcoming BSU that will be here as a good portion of the seniors leave. But so far for this year, we have some events that are going to be taking place in the library during finals week or dead week, which we're really excited about. Um, let's say we have some more panels coming up that we're going to be releasing more information about as the dates come closer and closer that we're excited about. The panels are always interactive, and so, as we give our account of how we feel about these things, the audience always has a chance to speak and ask questions, which is great, which makes it a serious learning experience. Let's see, we're going to be having another dinner type event coming up. So not quite exactly the same as the soul food dinner, but there will definitely be some good cultural food available. And who doesn't want a great cultural experience with some good food? And so that's going to be an awesome experience as well. Did you have anything extra?
Being an athlete, I thought that we should connect with our sports on campus as well. So I'm in the works with talking to the school's rec center to see if we can try to set up a March Madness basketball tournament. I remember last year BSU, I wasn't a part of it at that time, but BSU put on an event in the spring, and a lot of people said that they had fun and they showed up with great numbers and did a tournament. And so I was thinking, why not? And so I'm in the works with it, and we'll probably have the tournament in about 3 weeks because I want to try to get it before finals week, because I know a lot of people are real hectic around that time. And so alongside the library events that we're going to put on, we can get people to the rec center and build numbers and talk to them and communicate and let people have fun playing basketball. So, yep.
Also, I just remember there is one more thing that we have been discussing for a little while that we really want to do. So Ashland High School also has a Black Student Union, and we were actually just discussing yesterday in our meeting the importance of being able to link up with them and really try to just come together and be able to even do like a big brother, little brother, big sister, little sister type of thing with Ashland High School, or even just work together with them in general and just show true Black unity and be able to work together and build each other up, knowing that there are Black students in this area which is not very culturally diverse at all. We need to come together. And so we're currently in the works of planning something with them as well.
So on March 7th, we're going to have a collaboration with the dance club and hold a step workshop to show people how to step and build some rhythm and just, bond as a community. And so we're really looking forward to that. And we've been practicing day in and day out on perfecting it. And so we just want to take what we know and give it to the community and show them that it's not just food and it's not just athletics, but we know how to dance and communicate with others. So we're very excited about that.
And then there was discussion regarding a summit with Ashland High School and is that coming up in the works and something?
Yes. We're actually going to start this week talking with the high school and see what days fit their schedule. I know that they mentioned to us that they meet once a week, and so we're in the works of trying to build a summit which would involve a lot of the political science majors, and because the way that we look at it is the students on campus are trying to get a degree to be our next police officers, to be our next doctors, our lawyers, and businessmen. And we want them to see that people of color are struggling right now in our society, and we don't want this to continue. And we look on the news and we see all these negative outputs and stuff, and we want to bridge that gap to where we don't have police brutality anymore in our country, and we don't have racism in different aspects of our society. And so the way we feel we can get a start on this is first bringing in our youth, which is our high school here across the street, and first build a relationship with the Black Student Union there. And then once we have that relationship, we can get a summit where we can show those students, yes, you can get into college and you can make a difference in your community and get a degree, and you can be our next police officer, you can be our next lawyer. and you can go about things a certain way to ensure that no one has to lose their life over something silly or just because you have a certain perception of people of color. So that summit is very important to us, and we're in the works of getting that done. I don't know if it's going to be taking place this term, but it's definitely something that we're going to have done before the school year is over.
Absolutely, and just to give you an amen real quick, I feel like this is really the most important thing that the BSU will be participating in, because this is something that could really be changing physical lives, things that we say or do in this specific summit could make or break somebody's future decision of deciding to shoot somebody or not because of them being ill-informed or because of a fear that's been passed down from their parents, But if they, like Miller was saying, if they realize that, well, just because they're brown doesn't mean I need to shoot them down, like they are people just like I'm a person, and we can talk out whatever the issue is, I shouldn't let my insecurity or my fear pull the trigger. And so this is just an awesome opportunity to be able to reach out to these young kids, while their minds are still fresh and they haven't really been corrupted by the things that they see on the media or things that they're taught by ignorant people. So I'm really looking forward to this, and it's going to be something big.
And can you speak to the dance club BSU workshop collaboration that you're both putting on, that the BSU is putting on?
Yeah, so the dance club came to us with this awesome idea probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they really wanted to connect with clubs on campus, so that they came to us and were inquiring about STEP, which is like a cultural dance that a lot of black student unions and fraternities and sororities do in the South at historically black colleges. And so we were like, yeah, sure. Like, why not partner with them? Because right now we're in the stage of trying to better our community and our club and reach out to everybody. So we're partnering with the dance club. We're partnering with other clubs within the Stevenson Union. And so when they came, we were all for it. And it's going to be on March 7th from 6:30 to 7:30. I'm going to put a announcement out on the Inside SOU, and anyone's welcome to join. It's going to be free, and we just want people to see that partnerships can happen, and it's going to be a great experience. I'm already having fun. I've never stepped before this experience, but our teacher is a wonderful teacher, and she's showing us all these different things, and I'm finding out things that I've never thought I would be doing, but we're all excited, so we're looking forward to it.
Real quick, shout out to Jennifer. She is an excellent teacher. She's very patient, and she has broken every single step down, helping us really catch the rhythm, which I didn't think would really be an issue, but at the speed they were moving, it's kind of an issue. And so she's really helped us out a lot. So definitely shout out to Jennifer. This step dance is about to be nice. No doubt. Yes.
And the event is it's to help raise funds for the BSU to attend a historically black college. Is that?
Yes. So our overall goal this year was to, in the spring, we wanted to link up with a black student union from a HBCU, historically black college, to basically expand our horizon and see how we can run our club better and better our community, better even the state of Oregon, and this West Coast, because I believe that everything is connected like a domino effect. So if, in my eyes, if our club was to go to the South or to Washington, D.C. and see an historically black college, see how they run things and how they keep it so successful year after year, because they've been doing it for over 50 years now on their campuses, and we want to get our community involved and get our community on that track. So our overall goal, as I said, was to go to HBCU, and so in order to do that, we need the funds, and all these events are just helping to raise money to do that. I know it's pretty soon, and in reality, this might not be a thing for this year, but we are looking to take a trip to a college to see how it's ran. And so if that means staying on the West Coast, so be it this year. But me being a junior, I'll be back next year, and I want to do these things and involve people who are in our club and give them a way to see that it is possible and it can be done. And we don't have to have such a small mindset about just Ashland and the Southern Oregon community, but we can do bigger things and, expand our horizons.
Also, just to piggyback off of what Michael said, it would be such a huge benefit for us as a baby BSU, Black Student Union, to be able to be mentored by whether an HBCU from the South or one of the founding BSUs on the West Coast, such as San Francisco State. There's so much that we could learn from them, and we could only grow as a BSU. And like Miller was saying, we'll be able to touch other people on a higher level because we've been mentored by a higher level, Black club. And so, whichever we do end up doing, whether we go to the West Coast just this year because it's so much fundraising that needs to be done, or we do end up being able to take that trip to the South, whichever happens, the outcome is going to be spectacular. And SOU will know. SOU will know. That's right. Our presence will be made.
And you mentioned earlier before we started this that we have a couple, you have a couple seniors that are leaving. Can you talk about how this Black Student Union is going to shift focus and have new leaders next year?
Well, I do know for sure that there are about 3 or 4 members of the Black Student Union in total that will be graduating. And so their positions will be filled, definitely, such as, for example, mine, working with the head of the Black Student Union, not the president, the head of the Black Student Union, Bathsheba. So my position with her, or my job with her pretty much is just working on the finances and getting the budget together. So somebody would come in after me and step up to the plate. And so that's pretty much how things are looking, the next people coming in, whether they're here now or they come in next year, they would just be stepping up to the plate, filling roles that need to be filled.
Yeah, being a junior, it's going to be sad to see them leave and I've just joined about a month ago, and I've already experienced so much, and everybody comes with great ideas every meeting, and you can tell that everybody's very involved and wants to see this thrive. And so next year I probably will be trying to take that next step and take a higher role in the club. But at the same time, I'm going to send out invite to everyone. If you're a person of color, if you're not a person of color, you can join the BSU. It's not just for Black students. It's for anyone who wants to make a change, wants to connect with the community, wants to just do good as a person. We're not going to put anyone in a tough situation where if you join, you have to do these certain things. That's not how we run things here. We just want to get community involvement, and we want to basically just expand our knowledge of ourselves, of our society, on our community, on our campus, because I believe it starts here. And so that's why we're putting on so many events now, because I just got this drive in me now that I want to do something for myself and for my community. And what other way is better than joining BSU and connecting with everybody else? So this is a formal invite. Everybody can join. Don't be afraid. We meet on Mondays and Wednesdays in the Stevenson Union. If you need anything, just let me know. My name is Michael Miller. I'm on the soccer team. You can find me, and I'll answer any questions. So will Matt. So, yes.
And can you both speak to Black History Month, kind of just your thoughts on it, why you both think it's important, or if you have any issues or anything like that with it?
Black History Month is very important to me and my family. Every year we celebrate it back home. It's kind of hard now that I'm here at college and home is 7 hours away, but this is just a time where we connect with our culture and everything that we've endured as a culture. And to see the likes of Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Frederick Douglass, all those historically Black soldiers basically and to read about them and see like the changes that they made. It's really inspiring to me personally. And I think that's also why like this is such a huge deal to me, is because I see that they made a change. Even if it was really small or if it was really big, they made some type of change and some type of impact. And so during Black History Month, every day I try to read like something new on someone who sparked a change, whether it was 400 years ago, whether it was 3 years ago, it doesn't matter. And I just feel a lot of students hear that it's Black History Month, but they don't really like do the research or have the, have the knowledge that you would hope that they would have. And so I feel like that's kind of like on us to show people like this invention was done by this person and you didn't even know, but you use it every day type of thing. Because I found out things that I had no idea. And so I feel like this is all just a great time. And for me, Black History Month is every month. But right now it's especially important to celebrate it.
I definitely agree with everything that Miller said, and one thing I do want to say first and foremost is I'm Black every month, not just in February, and Black history is made every day. And there are so many, like you're just talking about, there's so many pioneers and so many inventors and so many leaders in this world who are Black, who strive to make history. It's not just people like Martin Luther King. It's not just people like Malcolm X. It's not just, whether you agree with him or not, Louis Farrakhan. It's not just people like them, but there's people like Idris Sendu, for example, who's like this, he's 22 years old. He's a tech whiz. He started working for Google when he was like 10 years old. He does all the coding for Snapchat and Instagram and Google. Like, this guy is a technology genius, and a lot of this new technology that we're seeing now that's going to be coming out soon and that's coming out in the future is by people like him. And so it's not, Black history isn't something that just pertains to the past, but it is the now. Like, for example, Black culture in general is what's been popping and what is popping now. And so it's something that's made on a continuous basis. And I think it's just something that we should be able to really acknowledge for what it is, because a lot of times people aren't given the credit that they're due for things. And a large portion of our lives is influenced by Black culture. A large portion of our lives are influenced by Black scientists, inventors. Like, for example, the stoplight was made by Black men. Like, who didn't know that? A lot of people don't know that, But it's just something that we should just pay attention to. And specifically as Black people, we should be able to really just take a moment and just acknowledge, like, wow, like, the presence of my people has been known here, It needs to be celebrated, exactly. And so I think we should acknowledge Black history every day, not just in February.
That's all I have as far as questions. Do either of you have any comments or points that you thought of that you want to speak on right now?
Okay. I'd just like to say real quick, I really appreciate you taking the time to want to interview us, to interview the BSU. In the past, we haven't been too active, but this year we're really looking to shake things up and to really be as active as possible, make our presence known on this campus. And so for opportunities like this, we would get our voices out and let the good people know that the BSU of Southern Oregon University is here. And for anybody who wants to be a part of the BSU, you definitely can do so. You can talk with anybody in the BSU. We'd love to tell you anything and everything you need to know. We meet in the MRC Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30, and we're doing some great things this year.
And just be sure to follow SOU_BSU on Instagram. We just made it, and we're just looking to expand it, and that's how we're going to be posting all of our current events and upcoming events this year, next year, and further on. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to highlight our club, and just know BSU has big things coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's what else is happening. On Tuesday, Jackson County rejected the plan for one site's permit to operate a winter shelter from a semi-permanent location at the Rogue Valley Church.
And spring registration started Monday at 8 a.m. for seniors with 165 credits or more. Registration opens for students throughout the week depending on their class standing and completed credit hours. Freshmen with 0 to 15 credits, the final group, will open on March 8th at 8 a.m.
Finally, on Sunday, March 3rd, State Senator Jeff Golden will visit SOU again for coffee with the students, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Stevenson Union. That's it for the Beak. I'm Erica.
I'm Caroline.
I'm Orlando.
Catch Siskiyou next time. The Beak is hosted by Erica Soderstrom, Caroline Cabral, and Orlando Reyes. Produced and edited by Erica Soderstrom. Royalty-free music by Benson Online.